Well, Hillary Clinton hasn't even declared, but Wall Street apparently has, because while she keeps everyone guessing, they keep giving and giving. And for the life of Charlie Gasparino, he can't figure out why. Why are they doing this?
Well, it's a return of the Clinton era for Wall Street. Deregulation of big businesses like big banks. You know, the end of Glass-Steagall, which divided up at one time investment and commercial banking. That was ended under Bill Clinton, and they think, and we had a great stock market, and they think we're going to return to those same policies where Lloyd Blankfein at Goldman Sachs, one of her big proponents on Wall Street, will once again.
Is he really? It's still
still huge. He brags about how he's a Hillary guy, is what he would say, and he thinks Goldman Sachs.
Was he an Obama guy?
Well, at Goldman, when Obama ran, he was the Hillary person. Gary Cohn, his number two, was the Obama guy. But they all became Obama guys as soon as Obama won and, you know, distanced himself from John McCain. You would think a capitalist institution would endorse like someone who's much more pro-markets. But they thought that they believed that Barack Obama was going to be a moderate, a term that Larry Fink, the head of BlackRock, used back in 2008. Used it right.
But they've been burnt so many times on this. You'd think they'd at least go slow.
Right, but they think Hillary is the answer. Both Larry Fink and Lloyd Blankfein. Larry Fink just hired for his board of directors Cheryl Mills. Now, if you know anything about Cheryl Mills, she's not exactly some sort of a finance type. I mean, she's a Democratic operative, a good lawyer, but not somebody that you would want on the board of directors of the largest money management firm in the world.
But aren't they assuming that when you were talking about, they like the not the laissez-faire, but the sort of break down old barriers between institutions of the 90s? Many critics say it was those breaking those down that precipitated the big falls to come.
Right.
So who's to say that that would really be Hillary Clinton's champion cause? She might go the other way.
Listen, I posit in my column in the New York Post today that they are missing this boat, that this is not the Democratic Party of Bill Clinton and, you know, nominally Hillary Clinton back in the 1990s. This is the Democratic Party of Comrade Bill de Blasio, the New York City mayor, and, you know, all these left-wing nuts, Elizabeth Warren, people like that. So I think they're making a wrong bet here. I think Hillary, if she runs, is going to be much more liberal than
well, she's facing a buzzsaw of criticism from the base of the party, the Elizabeth Warren.
And think of it this way, Neil. I mean, this is a little bit local politics, but it gives you an example. You know, Hillary Clinton sat there and Bill Clinton gave the inaugural, you know,
that's right,
to Comrade Bill de Blasio. And if you sat there and listened to that.
He's not Comrade Bill de Blasio. He's New York Mayor Bill de Blasio.
For some reason, the Comrade keeps slipping off my tongue because he never apologized.
You sound like an angry New Yorker.
Aid and comfort to the Sandinistas. But in any event, if you sat and listened to what went on during this inaugural, it was insane. They were calling New York City Dickensian. They were saying, one speaker called it a plantation, all while Mayor Bloomberg, ex-mayor,
that was poor form.
Mayor Bloomberg, Mike Bloomberg, is a very progressive guy,
right?
And they made him look like some sort of Tea Party guy. I mean, this is how left.
So you think they're all in the same kettle?
The left controls the debt. They like to point out that there's a war in the Republican Party, that the right controls the Republican or the Tea Partiers. Well, guess what? The far loony left is starting to control the Democratic Party.
Will you ever stop calling de Blasio Comrade?
When he apologizes, I said this before, and listen, he's apparently a very nice guy, but when he apologizes for giving aid and comfort to the Sandinistas, and
but maybe you have to move on.
I don't think so.
Okay. Charlie Gasparino, it's always a pleasure. He's the best of the planet. There's no one who comes close. They've tried. There's just no one. Meanwhile,